Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to talk about accounting and bookkeeping for recruitment industry. We'll cover these few topics in today's video. We'll start with income and expense revenue, then we'll touch base the payroll, and then client invoices and payments, candidate expenses, bank reconciliations, financial reporting, compliance and tax obligations, and finally the record retentions. So let's start with the income and revenue. In income and revenue, you will need to keep track of all the sources of your income or all the streams of your revenue that been generating through your recruitment agency. This will include your fees that you charge from the clients, from the successful placements that you have done, your advertisement incomes, or any other source of revenue that you've been having. Okay, and also you will need to monitor and record all the expenses related to your agency that can include your office rents, your office salaries, your advertisement costs, your travel expenses. If you are having some software, subscription based software, then the cost of that subscription based softwares and the travel expenses, or any other office supplies or any expenditure that you have been having. And also you will need to categorize all these expenses based on their categories, okay, to make it easier to analyze when it comes to the budgeting. Now let's touch base the payroll. In payroll, you have to record all the payrolls that you have been doing to your employees, like if you are giving them salaries, any benefits you are giving them, or any perks that they are having, or any kind of other expenses or other payrolls that you are having, that you are giving. Sorry, this will include their tax. This will include some income tax, withholding, or some security deposits or security contributions. If you are giving them health insurance premiums, then this all will be calculated in payrolls, and you need to make sure that this payroll taxes and contribution are calculated properly and are remitted correctly on time. Client invoice and payments. In this, you have to make sure that there is no any outstanding payments, or there is no any pending payments from the clients. You have to send the invoices to them promptly to secure your cash flow management. Now, candidate expenses. In candidate expenses, you can calculate the other expenses that you give to candidates, like their travel expenses or their logging expenses on the time of their hiring. Okay, and you have to make sure that you record all these things accurately and in timely manner. And also you can implement a system to track this employee expenses, including their receipts or documentation, all this. Bank reconciliation. In bank reconciliation, you have to regularly reconcile your bank accounts to ensure that your accounted things and your bank transaction are matching, so you will know if there is any error or not, or if there is any missing transaction or not. Now, financial reporting. Whether you are in any business or in anything that generating revenue, you have to generate a financial reporting for it. In this, you have to generate financial reports such as your profit and loss statements, your balance sheets, or your cash flow statements. And this report will help you to see or to give you an insight into your financial health of your organization or your firm. Compliance and tax obligations. In this, you have to stay updated with the applicable tax laws and regulation, reporting the requirements for your recruitment agency or the industry that you are having, and make sure you comply with all these tax obligations, such as filing tax returns and making timely tax payments, and provide necessary documentation to tax authorities. Now, record retention. In record retention, you have to maintain an organized and secured record for all the financial transactions, including your invoices, your receipts, or a bank statement, or any other relevant document. Okay, and you have to keep them for a required period of time for legal and regulatory requirements. And then this can provide you a guidance and ensure compliance, and will help you to optimize your financial process. So every industry has some indicators that shows their track success and growth of that particular industry throughout the years. So here are some key performance indicators that are commonly used in the recruitment industry to measure its performance and track success. So let's start with the first indicator, time to fill. This metric measures the time it takes to fill a job vacancy from the moment that you have opened that particular vacancy. Quality of hire. This indicator assesses the quality of the candidate that been hired based on their performance, their retention, and overall fit within the organization. Candidate sourcing. This indicator will evaluate the effectiveness of various sources channels such as some job boards or social media platforms or referrals or maybe any other recruitment agencies. It helps you to identify a most successful channel to attract the qualified candidates to your firm. Cost per hire. This indicator calculates the total cost that occurred in your recruitment process. Offer acceptance rate. This indicator will measure the percentage of the candidate who accepted the job offer after receiving them, and they are actually doing the job after receiving the job offer. Then we'll come to candidate experience. This indicator will assess the satisfaction level of the candidate throughout your recruitment process, how their experience is. This factor will contain such as their communication, transparency, the professionalism, and overall candidate engagement. Retention rate. This indicator measures the percentage of employees who remain with the company over a specific period. Okay. Now let's touch base the diversity and inclusion metrics. This indicator focuses on measuring the diversity. Okay, measuring the diversity and inclusiveness of the candidate pool and the workforce. And this metric can include this indicator will include metrics like the genders and ethnic diversity ratio and representation in their roles. Now, time to hire. This indicator tracks the time that taken from the initiation of the recruitment process to the final hiring decision. Now, client satisfaction. This indicator will measure the satisfaction level of the clients, such as their hiring managers or organization that use their recruitment services as per that. So that was all for the accounting and bookkeeping services for recruitment industry. And here at Meru, we provide all this bookkeeping and accounting services with a team of experts and professionals. And we do all this process streamlined. We have some very focused areas and very focused softwares for this particular bookkeeping and accounting. So that was all for the today's video. Thank you and have a nice day.